Jake Palmer at Remax here. I'm at 4683 Route 102 in Queenstown, also known as Hewlett House. This is my second video for this property. This one's more to cover the grounds a bit and the outbuildings. As you can see down behind the trees, that's the home itself. So you can see it's very, very nice and private. That's the pond in the middle of the circular driveway. And so you've got a nice flat driveway entrance right off of Route 102. Beautiful, nice grassy fields. Some really beautiful landscaping as well. But the home is nice and private, so it's not one of these homes that sits right on the main road and you feel completely exposed. It's really nicely set in the property, as you can see from the other video. We're going to wander in. I'm going to show you the barn, because I've had a few people ask about that. It is towards the end of May, and so the trees aren't full yet, but as you can see, you really do have fantastic privacy. We'll walk over this way. Gives you a sense of the landscaping here as well. I'll just duck down so you can see how nicely trimmed those trees are. So you end up with a really beautiful, nice grassy field and nice views right across the property. From here you can see both the barn and the other second outbuilding here both have tin roofs. The barn is one of these buildings that's just, it's in fantastic shape, and it offers a whole lot of potential for different uses. Before I forget, I'll just point out that it's got its own meter and its own separate entrance, so if you wanted to run a business out here, it would really make sense. We're going to go into the workshop first. And so you've got a really fantastic workspace here. Nice window, so there's no lights turned on. You can see it's really nice and bright here. There's the electrical entrance over there in the corner. But you end up with a really, really fantastic workspace. And it kind of continues over the side here. There's a lot of stuff, so be mindful of that. Some plastic sheeting. And it's just used for storage now, but you can see it goes quite a ways back. So it's kind of an L-shaped space. But lots of opportunity here if you wanted this as a workshop or as a showroom of some sort, whatever you have in mind. This steps down to kind of a garage area. This is where they keep the ride-on mower, yard stuff. But this is a good opportunity to see the structure of the barn itself. You can see it's in just fantastic shape. A lot of times you look up in these barns and you see areas where they've rotted away for decades, then plywood's been scabbed in, but this one's just in fantastic shape. So you've got a really, really great barn, great structure to start with, and then what you end up with is you can kind of use the space in here how you want. They've got it divided into 3 sections, but if you were inclined to have the whole thing wide open, you could. If you wanted one area closed off for an office, that's a possibility. So there's lots of potential here. The next area was finished. It's going to need a little bit of work to make it usable again, but I'll just give you a quick sense. It's just kind of storage in here now. But it was at one point drywalled and insulated. Hasn't been used in several years, but if you wanted to make use of it again, that's certainly a possibility. And then on the side of the barn, kind of an open carport area. If you wanted to park a really cute old tractor in here, wouldn't it just look perfect? That's just my romantic notion speaking through. And then this building's kind of set up as an office, or had been set up as an office, but there's a lot of potential in this one too. It's a little bit overgrown around it, but it's on a slab, which is a really nice bonus. So there's, oh, look at that, genius test. There we are. So it's on a concrete slab. If you look, the paint is certainly peeling in spots because it hasn't been used in several years. But at one point had running water coming in, I assume tied in from the main house. And over here it's got a little kitchenette. But this was used as as early as 10 years or so ago. So lots of potential here. If you wanted this to be used as an office, you could really make use of this building for sure. Be quite a bit easier to insulate or heat than the main barn, or even as a granny suite. And as you can see, both of these are really accessible off Route 102, right up here. And then we'll just head down here and I'll show you the main field in behind. The video of the home showed the grounds behind the home itself, but didn't really capture what we have going on the upper half of the property, the upper 2/3 really. And as you can see, you've got a really nice open space, great setting for entertaining, for having large crowds, or if you just like to garden, it's really a fantastic space. And if you look at the property map that I've got in the pictures on MLS, it's the last picture, it kind of shows this set of this kind of tree line along here as being the property line going down. So that concludes the video tour of the property at 4683 Route 102. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call. I can be reached at area code 506-650-0092.